Wiggy Was an Orphan by Daniel A. Novak. Wiggy was a worm. He was a cute little green worm who lived in a spring meadow full of thick grass and beautiful flowers. One morning he was crawling through the thicket looking for something to eat. He couldn't find food anywhere, so he decided to climb a large daisy to see if he could find some food. He wiggled his way up to the top of a beautiful white and yellow daisy. Before he realized what was happening, a giant black crow came down from the sky and snatched Wiggy from the top of the flower.
"Oh no,"
said Wiggy,
"I'm going to get eaten,"
as he saw a nest of baby crows screaming with their mouths wide open.
"Feed us, Mommy. We are hungry,"
the baby crows cried. Just before Wiggy was about to be fed to the baby crows, he managed to squirm away from the mother crow's mouth. He fell down from the sky until he landed on a soft patch of grass. Wiggy spotted a hole in the ground and quickly went into it before the crow had time to snatch him up again. In fact, Wiggy went down the hole so fast that when he came to the end of it, he fell into a large cavern. In the cavern was a family of earthworms. They started laughing at Wiggy.
"What an ugly worm! Look how little and scrawny he is,"
they chuckled.
"Why are you green and not pink like we are?"
the worms asked. Wiggy was so frightened that he started crying.
"Why are you all laughing at me?
He sniffled.
I was almost eaten by a nest full of baby crows. I'm hungry, tired, and lost. Will you help me?"
asked Wiggy. The mother worm felt sorry for Wiggy. She asked him,
"Where do you come from? What kind of worm are you? I have never seen a worm like you before."
Wiggy replied.
"Well, I'm not sure. I am an orphan. I did have a dream a long time ago that I was going to be a beautiful butterfly when I grow up."
The worm family started rolling with laughter.
"Whoever heard of a worm being able to fly?"
said the baby earthworms.
"Especially a little scrawny green worm like you,"
replied the mother worm. Wiggy turned red with embarrassment. He felt silly telling the worms his butterfly story.
"You can live with us if you like, but we don't want to hear any more nonsense about you being a butterfly,"
said the mother worm. Wiggy enjoyed living with his family. He could eat and sleep all he wanted, but there was still something missing from his home. He just felt as though he did not belong there. He never dared tell any of the other earthworms of his dreams. Wiggy still believed that he was more than just a green, ugly worm. When he went to sleep at night, he would always whisper quietly to himself,
"I am more than what I am. I am a butterfly."
One brisk fall morning, Wiggy woke up and became terrified. He had dark, green, prickly hair all over his body. He decided to run away from his earthworm family. He feared that he was sick and he did not want them to get sick too. While the earthworms were still sleeping, Wiggy crawled away with tears in his eyes. He feared that he would never see his earthworm family again. Wiggy was sick with sadness. Not only was he green, scrawny, and ugly, but now he was fuzzy too. Wiggy wandered about for days and nights until he found the largest tree in the meadow. He climbed to the very top and curled up into a ball and somehow made a soft blanket that completely surrounded his body. Wiggy then began repeating over and over,
"I am more than what I am. I am a butterfly."
This made Wiggy tired, and he fell into a deep sleep. Winter came, but Wiggy was still asleep. In fact, Wiggy slept through the long, cold winter. When spring came, Wiggy woke up from his long winter's nap. He slowly uncovered himself from his warm blanket he made. Wiggy realized that he was no longer a scrawny green worm. Wiggy was now a beautiful butterfly. His dreams had come true. No longer was he restricted to crawling in the dirt. He now could soar through the air, free to go wherever he wanted. Wiggy cried out with happiness.
I am a butterfly.
Wiggy returned to his earthworm family. The worm family could not believe their eyes. Wiggy was the most beautiful butterfly they had ever seen.
Wiggy, you're alive!
Cried the earthworm family.
We thought you were eaten by a big black crow. What happened to you?
They asked. Wiggy told them the whole story about his fuzzy blanket in the long, cold winter. The worms were happy to see Wiggy was still alive and that his dream had come true. After being reunited with his family, Wiggy realized it was time to leave. He said goodbye to his friends. He had to find other butterflies to live with. As Wiggy flew higher and higher into the sky, he said to himself,
My dreams